Hi everyone, I'm just doing some work on Afterglow version 2 and I just wanted to get your opinion on something. So I've been working on presentation for different types of content in the pack. For the HDRIs, which are basically like pre-rendered versions of the pre-existing studio environments. So in case you don't need a full physical environment, you can just drag in an HDRI version and then use that as a input plugged into a background. And that's effectively, just like a quick hand way of getting the lighting without having the full scene. For the HDRIs, I've updated the thumbnails so there's actually previews of what the HDRI contains. So they look like that. Right, which is nice, that's all well and good. But for the materials, I've done something similar. Now, these are work in progress because I still need to fix like default gradient values on materials like this. I wanted to do something a bit nice and visual along the similar lines. However, I didn't know whether to go for full spheres or like cropped versions like this. Now, the reason why I'm a bit stuck on this is because some of these materials have very fine details. As we can see here, the surface imperfection, they've been updated to make them a bit more interesting. From a distance of the clean sphere, you can't really see those details as much, but they're a bit more obvious with the cropped version. However, the full spheres are very satisfying to look at in the thumbnail. So I just wanted to get your opinion. What do you think? Cropped version to show some of the actual details, or far away version and just let people discover the details themselves? What do you prefer? Functionally useful or more satisfying to look at? Likewise, I did these HDRI thumbnail updates, but I'm wondering whether it'd just be better to do the entire thumbnail as just the HDRI instead. I worry that without an indication of the HDRI, people might mistake just the picture of the studio for an actual studio environment, which itself is just text at the moment. So I'm trying to find that balance. Likewise, when it comes to things like these layer patterns, they are very well distinguished here in the thumbnails, but if I've got rendered thumbnails, like we see the product platforms here, I'm wondering whether it'd be more interesting to actually render a studio ceiling with this pattern applied and use that as the thumbnail instead. I'm just trying to think of what's kind of visually nicer and more exciting to use or more useful, but is also consistent. For these product platform thumbnails, I've decided to do it in a way where they themselves are functional on their own without any other additional environment, but they've been designed in a way where they can be placed inside of any other studio environment, which enhances their look. And the additional lights that come with that platform can also be disabled or left on, but I've rendered them in a way without an environment just to highlight the fact that they are kind of independently capable on their own. And I think that looks fine. It doesn't require anything else. The black background is fine. I feel like a lighter background for the materials is a bit nicer. I don't know why. It feels a bit more professional. And also on the matter of the material thumbnails, when I'm happy with how this looks, I can use this for my other material products and future ones as well. I may need to make some changes. I like having like a large surface area, but maybe I might need some kind of finer detail to highlight some things like edge wear a bit better than just that. But then again, maybe that'll be visible on the crop. So I know it's a short video, just let me know what you think. It seems like at the end of the day, something like this is a lot of personal preference. I'm not sure when the update will be ready, still working on it, just seeing how much I can get done, but I'm happy with how it's going. So thank you, and I'll catch you next time.